What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We're back again here after a bomb weekend of Call of Duty esports, after the Major 1 champs, which we saw Optic be victor here. It was a great series of matches. Hope you guys got a chance to watch. I'll go over some of the matches here soon, and today we're going to discuss the Draftkings slate for the first match back for the qualifiers for the Major 2. Now this season they're starting to, put the games back to back, the majors back to back rather, so there's not many time in between. Make sure to follow on Twitter XPFuel so I can show you some updates. You can see tweets of the Call of Duty esports scene, and I'll update video schedules on there too. But let's get to it. This weekend we saw the banger of a series that was Optic Texas against Atlanta FaZe, which saw Atlanta FaZe just smoke everybody and take the Major 1 champs at their own home here in Texas. I believe it was in Arlington, Texas. They got to hold the crown up, although I don't think they got a trophy, but they won the Major 1 stage, so that's a big deal. That's going to help them in champs at the end of the year. So they absolutely smoked Atlanta FaZe, which was unprecedented. Based on the way they started the season, we really thought, or at least I thought, that they were gonna struggle a little bit more. They smoked them in the first hard point in Gabutu. They lost to S&D barely. Second one, third match was Gabutu Control, which they won slim as well. Hard point 250 to 212. They won that one. The fifth one, they lost in Tuscan S&D. Control, they took it, and the last S&D, they took it. And as you can see here, everybody was excited. It looked to be a pretty fun time down in Dallas. And look at it, all these people. Call of Duty esports is healthy and ready for some future majors to come up, so we can see more banger matches like this. So for the first game, we have the London Royal Ravens facing against the New York Subliners, and I'm going over here salaries on Draftkings. You see here we have London against New York, 2 Texas time, Boston, Seattle following them, and then the Gorillas and Florida, which is going to be a banger series. These are going to be some really good games, really entertaining games that I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow. From the London side, they're coming off of a loss against Atlanta, and then against Texas 1-3, 1-3. Previous to that, they had 3-1 Toronto and the Gorillas, so they're doing really good. Afro, I feel, is like in a special spot. I feel he is about, let's see here. I feel Afro's in a good spot at 7,400. He has a lot of upside. Really good player. Last series he got 109 or 103 fantasy points. Really good player. I do think London's gonna win this match, and I'm thinking that Hydra's gonna have to carry the workload for this New York team. He's gonna be the one that's gonna have to slay out if New York is gonna win anything. I feel like if New York wins this match, Hydra's gonna be an important factor in that. So Hydra is probably the best value for me. Afro, Hydra in this match are the best value in my opinion. The London Royal Ravens are sitting at a minus 190 as of me recording this, and a plus 145 for New York Subliners. The under is 4.5 for London Royal Ravens, so they are favored to win slightly. So the next game we have Boston against Seattle. Boston Breach against Seattle Surge. Surge have definitely been on a slump recently. They started the tournament smoking absolutely everybody, and as of recent they've been on a losing streak bad. Boston Breach is definitely, they've got a couple matches they've won recently, Paris and Florida, but other than that they've lost to Toronto, Atlanta, Texas, New York of all teams, Atlanta. So they're not doing too hot as well. But if there's any team that Seattle should beat right now, it's definitely Boston. I feel like maybe on the Boston Breach side, a player that I really like is Capsidal at 8,400. I see they cut his price down here on DraftKings by a significant amount, maybe like $2,000 here. for whatever reason, because he's going against Surge. Last series he got 118, so pretty good, pick here. He's always outslaying everybody. He's always, you know, carrying the workload here, as well as Sib. I feel like Sib and Pred are really good picks here. I feel like one of these guys is going to take the workload for Seattle, and if Seattle wins, both of these guys are going to be really good picks here for Seattle. Both these guys are doing really good, or were doing really good when they started, so I feel like they're going to pick up the pace a little bit more. Seattle Surge is favored minus 150 to win, so I am inclined to say that this is going to be a 3-2 victory of Seattle Surge. So yeah, I'm going to go with Sid Pratt, best picks. Cap Seidel on the Boston side is my favorite based on price. So for the next match, we're going to have the LA Guerrillas against the Florida Mutineers. This is going to be a banger match, I'm sure of. Two teams were kind of level to each other. A lot of talent in both of these teams, a lot of slayers. This match is going to be really, really good to watch. Definitely the best lineups in the game are going to have some of these players in them. Some guys in here are priced adequately. I believe the line is sitting at minus 150 for the Florida Mutineers. LA Guerrillas are plus 107, so this is the time of me recording. The line might move, so it's really tight. For the Florida Mutineers, we got Skies, we got Awakening, we got Vivid. I think Vivid at 7,000 might be a good play. If you think Vivid's actually been doing pretty good. He got a 129 his last match. That's Draftkings points, so he did pretty good his last match, and I do believe it was against Boston, so even in a loss he did pretty good. I do feel like Vivid is probably a good pick here on the Guerrillas side, Mutineers side. Mutineers actually 3-0 to Seattle not too long ago. That was pretty crazy. So I think that gave them like a boost of confidence, which I think they're going to carry on into this game. Previous to that, they had a bad stint. They've only won 3 matches, so I do feel like they're eager for that. They really want to, take this victory. I think Vivid and Awakening are in good positions. I think Awakening at 8,800 is probably a good pick too. Did get 171 fantasy points his last match, so he went the hell off. I am confident that Awakening is reaching his peak momentum here for the season, and I do think he is going to explode this next matchup as well. Vivid and Awakening, my favorite picks here. As for the Los Angeles Guerrillas, they are actually in a 3-game losing spree. So they lost to Minnesota twice, once 2-3, and the other one they got swept all 3, and they lost to London 2-3 as well. So LA Guerrillas are honestly looking for this win very much, just like the Florida Mutineers are. They are really looking for this win. I do think that there's some plays here that are sleepers. Slasher at 6,400 I feel like is a decent pick. 6,400. He got 40 fantasy points the last game, but I feel like Slasher has a lot more upside than that. I think he's worth a shot to roster, even though he's so cheap. I feel like ASIM at 7,600 as well is a really good, pick. I don't know if the Guerrillas are going to lose 4 games in a row. I don't think so, but I think this is going to be a grinder. Maybe 3-2 in favor of Guerrillas, or 3-2 in favor of the Florida Mutineers. I do really like Awakening and Slasher in this lineup. I do think that Slasher has a positive KD, so I do think this is going to be a win from the LA Guerrillas. I just think that they unfortunately lost to the same team twice in 3 games, so I think they're going to bounce back and get this dub. And these are my thoughts on this slate. Stay tuned for my Twitter. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff there, retweeting a lot of the esports scene and stuff, and updates on the content of my videos. and video schedules as well. I'm going to be covering Call of Duty esports and Halo esports in this channel, so if you like it, leave a like and subscribe. See you guys later.